Earth as a singular planet. In fact, it is anything but. For this is a story not of a universe, but a multiverse, where universes and planets, such as Earth, were replicated and mirrored across a vibrating, infinite plane. Some barely different from the next. Others drastically so.
This is DC On Screen. Every week, Dave and Jason talk about the multiverse of DC properties on film and television. But be warned, if it's been officially released, you can expect they'll spoil it.
Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. Sorry, I was just practicing starting DC On Screen episode 501.
Oh. Well played. To let everyone in, I was just talking to Dave about these like the insufferable instructional videos where somebody's like doing something and then it fades in and they're like, "Oh, hi. I didn't see you there." I was just practicing my backstroke.
Welcome into DC On Screen episode 501. I'm your host, David C. Robertson. This is my co-host, Jason Goss.
And I didn't recognize the 3 cameras staring me in the face.
Oh, yeah, I hate those too. As soon as you started talking about it, though, I was like, oh, I'm totally starting the show that way. I want to start this, yeah. Yeah, I feel you. It's well played. Oh, man. Why weren't we around last week? What happened?
Last week we both got cross-scheduled and couldn't make it happen.
That's right. And then this Wednesday we were going to record and I got sick. Like, I could barely speak. So, which that worked out because then they did the DC Universe drop and I was like, oh, hey, they did that thing. Okay.
So now we have more stuff to hurt Dave's throat with.
Yeah, we'll be talking about it today and my throat's still not okay. So, you know, if you hear, I don't know what you'd call it, a throat clearing. Is that the proper terminology for it?
I hope so.
I don't know.
I hope it's not anything worse than that.
Or a weird clacking noise. It's probably just a lozenge, in my mouth.
Mm.
So that I won't go into a coughing fit.
Yeah, just a lung complaining to another lung. Do you think we're going to make it? I don't know if we're going to make it.
Uh-huh. And if you'd like to join us on Facebook, facebook.com/group/DC On Screen Podcast. And if you'd like to send us a voicemail, 205-259-6331. And just to clarify, we might go back, we'll probably go back and read some of these on the air. But a lot of people sent us a lot of really nice messages on social media congratulating us on our 500th episode last time, 2 weeks ago, a fortnight ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not getting to them today. We're just going to do the news.
For now, thank you very much.
But thank you so much. All right. So did you see that that Aquaman, we're starting to get test screening reactions?
No. Also, I saw very little this
Mm-hmm.
last couple weeks. I have been super busy.
Yeah.
And haven't gotten to look up very much at all. So a lot of everything you're going to say is going to be news to me completely.
All right. Well, I'll just act like you haven't heard it.
Even then, my initial reaction is, oh God, oh God, oh God.
Well, like, look, not, to me they don't mean a whole lot, but it's kind of funny, I guess. Casey Walsh of Geeks Worldwide says Aquaman is a Phase 1 MCU film through and through. So if you liked those, you'll love it. If you didn't, you probably won't get much enjoyment out of Aquaman.
I can't tell if that's excitement or shade.
I don't know. It's so hard to tell these days.
That's something you could say like with a smile or with a very dry monotone voice, and it would sound equally fitting.
Steve Weintraub over of Collider says, guess which upcoming superhero movie test screened last night in the San Fernando Valley? Heard good things. So that's
great.
Promising, I guess.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Woo!
I mean,
Christopher Marcus.
What do you expect? Like somebody's going to come out of the theater and just say, like, "I will drown myself in honor of this cinematic achievement."
Right. Well, that would be optimal, right?
Yeah. Hopefully, it's Sujihara that says that.
Oh God. Christopher Marcus of Omega Underground says, I hear it's good, not great, and that's all we can hope for in the end. I'll take it. Like, what is wrong with these people? Oh.
Oh, God. I mean, the food's okay. It's fine. I mean, I only found, like, a couple of ants on it. It was better than the last time. I mean, like the corn on the cob wasn't completely frozen, so that's something.
Yeah.
And this time the sweet tea wasn't made from used coffee grounds, so we're really, I think it's a step up.
And look, I mean, I'm not expecting any of these things to be great. I usually try to expect the worst, so if it's good, it will be,
Yeah, these people are helping you out a lot.
Fantastic, Well, I mean, I justify that mentality because Batman taught me that.
Yeah.
Prepare for the worst.
Yeah, it's true. And traditionally, the screening news coming out from blah, 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 it's been like, oh my God, people were just exploding in the theater just watching it. Like, they could barely contain themselves. An angel lifted one person straight out of his seat and took him to heaven. He was so elated. Like, that kind of stuff.
And that angel had the face of James Wan.
Yeah. That's what we've kind of actually gotten before. It's the greatest. It's going to rewrite comic book films. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know. They were pretty high expectations before coming out of these screening reports. So maybe this is an improvement in certain ways. I love this. The screening report in general can be summed up as manage your expectations.
Yeah, that's what I prefer.
Yeah.
Over, Suicide Squad sodomized me with a strap on, and I loved it.
Yes, I learned things about myself.
There's no judgment here. There's no judgment anywhere.
I'm finally free. Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to move on to Wonder Woman 1984. And I won't say a whole lot about it, but, Pedro Pascal had quickly posted a picture, and it was a personal picture, of the Wonder Woman 84 cast doing the Breakfast Club pose, and everyone just, started, as if on command, just shitting all over Wonder Woman 84, saying they're already sick of it, they're saying they're not original, they're showing other movies that did that. You know what? It's an iconic movie. It's set, Wonder Woman this new Wonder Woman movie is set in 84, and also, it was not put out there for you. The guy just wanted to play with a filter on Instagram, dude. Ugh.
That's amazing.
Assholes.
It cracks me up that some of these people act like that was a studio production, like a bunch of effort went into it, and they all really sat around and researched, went back and had maybe a team of people look back and be like, well, is this the right idea? Is this what people want right now? I don't know. Should we greenlight this photo or not? No. Somebody had 5 minutes, and there was probably some people setting up, and they're like, cool, hey, it'd be funny. And they put it out.
Yeah. Well, he didn't even really mean to put it out. He was just playing with it on Instagram because he wanted to save it for himself, apparently. From what I understand. But I didn't really look too deeply into that story because it just annoyed me. I just want to complain about it quickly.
The thing is, it should be, the story should be Wonder Woman set appears to be having fun on set.
Right.
Or crew appears to be having fun on set. Like that, I don't know. To me, that's the story. Hey, those guys are having fun. Good for them.
Mm-hmm. So,
I would love to think that they were forced into that and it was not fun. That's a whole different situation, though.
I think I would prefer it if they were forced into it.
Gun to the head.
That would be fun.
Get in the pose. Get in the pose right now.
I want a short video of that. That's what I want. Now.
And don't smile, but in a way that makes it seem like you're having fun.
So the big news out of Wonder Woman 84 is that Hans Zimmer is coming back to score it.
Yeah.
I thought you'd be more excited about that, man.
I mean, I am, but...
You don't sound excited.
It's about as excited as I can get.
Okay.
I do like the guy.
Yeah. And,
not trying to get all Aquaman, screening shady here.
Right.
But I do really like the guy.
Yeah.
I just got annoyed by he's coming out of retirement for so-and-so. He's been working on Dark Phoenix for how long now?
I mean, he said he was going into retirement from superhero movies, and then Justice League passed, and he was like, all right, I'm back. I'm going to go do Dark Phoenix or Phoenix Saga or whatever the hell they're calling it, because who knows if it'll even ever come out. And I guess it will. Now he's coming back for Wonder Woman 84, which I'm great. I'm great with. That's fine. I've come to like Hans a lot more than I initially did. You know, for anyone who's going back and listening to our old reviews and going, but wait, you said you didn't like Hans Zimmer. That's right. I changed my mind.
That's right. I come around. I grow as a person. What of it? If not grow, I change. And that's human.
All right, I'm going to move over to Joker. My lord, man, this Alec Baldwin thing. Have you kept up with this at all? Were you even aware of it?
All right, I've had few chances.
I know you were busy.
I've had few chances to look at stuff this particular week, or set of weeks now. But I looked at one website, and on the same page, it was Alec Baldwin to play Thomas Wayne. Alec Baldwin won't be playing Thomas Wayne. Like, I didn't even have to scroll.
Oh, man. It was one
kind
of those situations, man.
Oh.
It's like Deadline reported that Alec Baldwin was joining the cast, and then, they were saying that he was going to be Thomas Wayne, and then I can't remember who it was. I really can't. I didn't have time to find the actual person who said it. Like, none of the websites were saying who said it, but it basically came out that he was playing Thomas Wayne as, quote, a cheesy and tanned businessman who is more in the mold of 1980s Donald Trump. And that kind of blew up on them, and then Alec Baldwin came out and said, let me state for the record that I have not been hired to play a role in Todd Phillips' Joker as some Donald Trump Monkey. That is not happening. Not happening. And then, like, the day after, Baldwin says, oh, I'm no longer doing that movie. Mm-hmm. And he claimed it was scheduling issues, and says, I'm sure there are 25 other guys who can play that part. You know what? I think he, just over that one little, like, clickbait rumor that he was doing, like, Donald Trump, I think he got so much shit that he was like, I'm not doing this.
That wouldn't surprise me at all, honestly. I'm fine with that theory.
Baldwin doesn't suffer fools kindly.
Yeah. And also, something that cracks me up about the original rumor was, like, it's a 1980s Donald Trump. And I'm like, well, you realize Trump was alive in the 80s, and I remember being more subdued at the time. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not the guy Baldwin's making fun of now.
Not quite.
So, phrasing is my issue there. But
right.
Still, I can completely buy that. Let
us remember. Let us remember that 80s Donald Trump is the guy who came out and greeted Bobby Brown in a Ghostbusters music video.
Yeah. Yeah. Different times. Like if you're Alec Baldwin, like you don't want to just take your like SNL character to the screen, and if that's what it's being pitched as, there's no win for you.
Yeah.
There's no way you walk into this movie that's supposed to be a pretty serious take and like a low budget serious, let's do this, and play your SNL character. You're out. You're done. It's over. As soon as someone makes that connection, it's out. And it's still going to they're going to have to make changes now, I think, on the back end of how they're portraying that thing. Like they can't do a version of that now because it'll be like, oh, we heard about that.
Well, I was thinking, like, as soon as I saw it, I'm like, oh, shit, that's going to be from Joker's perspective, though.
That would be fine. I would like that.
Right? And they even had pictures recently of Joaquin Phoenix. They didn't put it out. Like, somebody took pictures of Joaquin Phoenix just walking down the street. He is so rail thin, dude. Like, he has lost weight for this role.
Awesome.
He looks sick.
Awesome.
I am so excited. He looks like he did in The Master, dude. Like, I'm excited about that.
This is the thing I actually really hoped for when it was final. Mm-hmm. It's like, that was what I was frustrated about for a long time. Is maybe not. I don't know. I didn't know. Do I need to care about this nut job or not? But if I do, then let that nut job go crazy on this movie. Yeah.
Now I don't know what this means because I haven't seen any of these movies here. But the Joker origin movie is reportedly going to be scored by Hildur Gudnadottir. I know I've butchered that name. But she scored. I think she's Icelandic, maybe. I think that's what I heard. I'm not sure, but she scored Sicario: Day of the Soldado. I can't say that name. What was wrong with me? Like, why Why can I not say words, Jason?
They're not words you've performed before.
Did the score for Mary Magdalene, was a cellist for The Prisoners, Revenant, Arrival. I haven't seen any of this stuff. Mm-mm. So,
even The Revenant. It was The Revenant, right? That's what you said?
Yeah, The Revenant.
I know that was big. I haven't seen it.
I know The Revenant and Arrival was big. I know the first Sicario was big. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't even know there was a sequel.
Heard wonderful things about Arrival. There's so many movies that like I hear great things about, and it's just, oh God, there's so many things we're supposed to be watching right now.
Mm-hmm. And now Umberto Gonzalez, our buddy over there, I say our buddy sarcastically, he doesn't know who we are, says that Todd Phillips' Joker movie begins production in 2 weeks. And that would, he posted on the 27th, so that would be around September 10th. And that fits in with the other rumors we've heard about when it would be coming out. I meant coming out, but
stepping out? Getting out?
Man, I've got so much moss in my brain, dude. Mm. That fits in with the rumors about when the production would start in early fall. Now, I loved this. Joaquin Phoenix was talking to IndieWire, and they asked if he felt pressure to conform to the fan expectations. And he says, I could care less. I don't really think that much about what people think. Who cares? Who cares? My approach to every movie is the same. What I'm interested in is the filmmaker and the idea of the character.
All right. I feel like that fits the Joker very well.
Right? Now, there are some reports over here that Oscar Isaac, who's Poe in the Star Wars sequel trilogy, who's in Ex Machina, Annihilation, inside Llewyn Davis, and, also, Apocalypse, and X-Men Apocalypse. Apparently he's, quote, very interested in some, quote, undisclosed role that he's met with WB over. A lot of people are saying is, Batman, I kind of don't really, he's never impressed upon me anything that I would be interested in.
I don't even recognize the name.
He was Apocalypse in X-Men Apocalypse. Do you remember that?
Oh, that guy?
Yeah.
No.
I don't want him anywhere near it. I don't care. I don't like the guy. He's never been interesting or good to me. He might be. I don't know. I'm sure I'll get a lot of shit for saying that, but
I mean, I'm with you. I don't think I've ever. I don't know. Let me see.
I mean, and to be fair, we don't know what role this is. He might come in and be Harvey Dent or something, knock it out of the park. He could be, Mario Falcone. He could be, a lot of people are saying he's going to be Batman, a young Batman. I don't know. But I've seen him in a few things, and I've never cared.
All right.
I haven't disliked him.
I'm just
to be fair,
going down the IMDb here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I got nothing. And I don't even. It's nothing against him. I don't know him.
Yeah, like I said, seen him in Star Wars and a few other things.
That's really about it. It's all I can actually remember him from. Although apparently he was in Sucker Punch, so that's funny.
Yeah, I don't remember him at all in that. I think that's what I'm saying is like I just don't.
I got nothing. Could be the greatest actor of all time. I don't know. I don't know him well enough.
Yeah, he's just a blank slate to me.
Yeah, but
like
I mean, you look at his picture though, and I think he could fill out a cowl pretty well.
He could.
I don't want to diminish him there. He's got the right jaw for it,
Everyone was very excited for him to play Apocalypse. I don't remember really what he did. That was not a good movie.
I thankfully don't remember much of that movie at all.
Yeah. We'll see. I'm going to get into some DC TV news, and I don't know. If you want to stick around and listen to us talk about DC TV, we're not going to get super spoilery on anything in particular. But if you don't, keep some DC on your screen, man. I don't know. Facebook.com/group/DC on Screen Podcast. Voicemail 205-259-6331. And they announced this DC Daily thing that's going to be taking the place of DC All Access. Mm-hmm. And the co-hosts are going to be John Barrowman, who showed up on the first episode there, the big inaugural episode.
Nice.
Sam Levine, Harley Quinn Smith is going to be there. Sam Humphries. Harley Quinn Smith, based on what I saw, like, she seemed so weird and shy. Like, I'm not even sure how she's going to do this thing. But I felt bad for her. It was like, gosh, she just seems really, really awkward and shy about it all. Maybe she'll fill out,
I definitely haven't had time to watch that, but
yeah, it was like 2.5 hours, and it's not worth watching, honestly.
She'll figure it out though.
I'll get to why though. Also including other co-hosts, Hector Navarro, which people were really pissed off about. Apparently, he was really anti-DCEU. I don't know. Clark Wolf, Brian Tong, Markia McCarty, and John Coronas, and Tiffany Smith is going to be there as the news anchor. They're going to do, their format is going to include headlines, a rundown of daily news briefs, reports, a single topic segment that may feature an in-depth interview or deep dive into an upcoming book, film, or series, and talk, a panel discussion including in-depth analysis about today's hottest topics and news, which will be exclusively available only to the DC Universe members via the service. The first episode was hosted by Kevin Smith. Jim Lee was on there. Greg Capullo was on there. Like I said, John Barrowman. John Barrowman brought like action figures and stuff that he collects and comics and stuff. That was kind of fun. But there wasn't a whole lot to it. Like Greg Capullo displayed the comic reader section of the site or / service. It was kind of formatted like one of those late night faux talk shows that hawk multivitamins and energy restoration superfood cocktails. Like you only pay shipping, folks. That's what it was, because they was talk for a minute and act really excited about stuff that they've been saying for months. Right. And then Kevin Smith would be like, "Take a look at this right here," and it was like the same commercial over and over again. For DC Universe, it was kind of rough. But out of the 2.5 hours of wasted time, we did get a few key pieces of information. One, that DC Universe launches September 15th.
That's huge.
2, Jim Lee confirmed that they will be adapting Alan Moore's The Anatomy Lesson for the show, Swamp Thing, which I'm excited about. That's the big that's Saga of Swamp Thing number 21. That's Alan Moore revealing that Swamp Thing, he's like rewriting the Swamp Thing story. Like, Swamp Thing is not Alec Holland. He's a pile of plants that merely thought he was Alec Holland. So that's essential.
Interesting.
We saw the comic reader on DC Universe. Somebody asked us about that in our group, in the DC On Screen group. And Scott of Squadcast answered. I think it was you.
Yeah,
maybe it was you. I asked about the comic reader.
I was wondering if someone else did, but no, I asked.
Yeah, no, it was you. Yeah, and Scott said it was like the Comixology reader, and it totally was. Like, that is exactly what it was like, pretty much. And they revealed some cool. Yeah, they revealed some cool character posters for the Titans show and a logo for Stargirl. That was pretty much the new stuff. I was surprised with how little they gave us for all of that.
I'm not surprised. I'm surprised at the length of that. I thought it'd be an hour. I really did think we had an hour on that. That was it, and I did not expect I don't know. There weren't going to be trailer drops and all this other crap. That wasn't going to happen.
Yeah,
I mean, Dragon Con's this week in Atlanta, and I have more expectations there. I
didn't think it was going to be like trailer drops. They actually are doing like no, not for Dragon Con. They're doing I think it was a sneak peek at Titans in New York. In a few weeks. Cool. Anyway, Titans actually debuts Friday, October 12th, so it'll be soon that they show the little sneak peek.
It is nigh.
Mighty
nigh.
They confirmed. Jim Lee also talked about this briefly, but it was already out there confirmed that Doom Patrol has cast Brendan Fraser as Robotman. He's going to provide the voice. And I'm
going to give you my live reaction to reading that one, because I did read that one. Okay.
All right.
Just trying to recreate that as much as I could.
I read it. I woke up and read it. I read it and I went, cool. I went back to sleep. Which I never cared about Brendan Fraser, like, at all. Like, 0%. Actually, I think he was a little in the negative until Scrubs.
Yeah, Scrubs was huge for him, right?
I didn't give a crap about The Mummy or whatever, Blast from the Past. It was kind of a fun movie, but whatever.
Yeah, it was just kind of a big movie guy for a second, but
yeah,
just a popcorn guy for a second. But yeah, the Scrub stuff, he had some depth.
So he's just going to be the voice, and he's going to provide. He's actually going to play him, Cliff Steele, in the flashbacks. But Riley Shanahan is going to be the physical performance of the character in full body costume. Now, weirdly though, and this is now twice that they've done this, Fraser is going to be taking over from Jake Michaels, who's going to be playing the character on Titans. And Kelsey Grammer is taking over. I can't remember who they have to play him. Dr. Niles Calder in Titans, but Kelsey Grammer is replacing that dude, Niles Calder. So I don't know what they're doing. I don't know why they're like recasting a bunch of people, but
yeah,
it's weird.
I'm gonna go.
I
with
am excited that Alan
stuff
Tudyk,
in general.
Alan Tudyk is playing Mr. Nobody,
See,
the main villain.
that's amazing.
Yeah,
That's
That's
just amazing.
It is. And Mr. Nobody is a dude who I doubt it'll be from like Nazis in this version because it's set in modern day. But Mr. Nobody is a dude who was experimented on, emerged from those experiments as a living shadow with the ability to drain people's sanity. I can't think of anyone better to be this character. Alan Tudyk is just fantastic, and yeah, most people know him as Wash on Firefly, but he was fantastic in Dollhouse. I love him as a villain more than anything.
You and I have, for a long time, wanted to see what his Joker would be like, and maybe this is going to be close.
I want to see what his Joker would be like. I want to see what his Booster Gold would be like. I love the dude and love to see him anywhere.
Yeah. God, that is exciting.
CW announced the dates for their 3-night crossover, and Flash is going to kick it off Sunday, December 9th. Arrow on Monday, December 10th, and then it's going to conclude with Supergirl on Tuesday, December 11th. I saw a lot of people online kind of kicking around, like, I don't know, somewhat conspiracy theories or something about, like, oh, why would they change they probably just have a certain sequence they want to tell it in. Like, I can't think of any other reason. Like, I don't see, like, any kind of real weird conspiracy there.
About the order of it? I mean...
Yeah, because they're going to play The Flash on Sunday night, and Supergirl's supposed to be on Sunday night.
Yeah.
You know, like, they're just kind of switching up what nights they play, and I'm like... Well,
didn't they do that before with Arrow, where he switched to another night for the crossover?
Yeah, but he was, Thursday night. They couldn't skip a night and then have, like, a random piece in there.
Well, no, I'm just saying it's precedented that you can...
Absolutely.
You could do that. It's also going from a 4 to a 3, right?
Yeah.
I think that gives them more play, to be honest.
Yeah, they can do whatever the hell they want.
Yeah. Well,
they have all the play. You know what gives them all the play? They're running the thing.
Yeah. I know, but like scheduling that, even with everyone shooting in Vancouver simultaneously, like it's hard. It's hard to do. Like
weirdly,
I've heard people talking about the production schedules for the crossovers, and like they describe it like someone describing being in a foxhole in the middle of a war kind of thing. Like it's hard to do. It's hard to get everybody where they need to be, and properly lighted, and let's hit it and go and action. But cut it down to 3. We're introducing some new characters. We're going to bring people in. Yeah, it'd be a big deal. More play for that.
And I'm such a weirdo. I think my favorite part of the crossovers have now been watching how everyone's hair gets funky on shows that they're not usually on. You're like, oh, look, they don't know what Barry does with his hair usually. Barry usually gets the brunt of it.
Nice.
He gets some kind of weird Captain Kirk swoosh or something.
Anyway,
I'm excited.
That, but I believe you.
Tyler, actually, it's really just a lot flatter than it is, and a little off to the side more than it is. It's just weird looking.
I think I remember you complaining that it was like, who is doing Felicity's hair? No, it was you and my wife complaining about like, who's... Because that was not the same a minute ago.
Yeah.
I think you actually said the words like, she ain't that fancy.
That's possible.
Someone did, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm excited, though. Tyler Hoechlin's Superman is going to be in all 3 Arrowverse crossover episodes this year.
Fantastic. Because they
Lois
literally
Lane
had to write him out of the previous one.
Lois Lane is going to be in 2 of them. Looks like she's going to be in the Flash and Supergirl episodes. And she's being described. They're looking for a Caucasian woman in her early 30s. Describes the character as the daughter of U.S. General Sam Lane, No kidding.
Sure.
Lois is a tenacious, righteous, and stubborn reporter who will go to any length to get the story and almost never fails. Yep, that sounds like Lois.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm excited. Like, Grant Gustin confirmed Flash and Superman have scenes together. I'm excited to see the crossover this year. I'm always excited to see the crossover, though. Over in The Flash, America's Got Talent contestant Troy James has been cast as Peter Merkel, the Ragdoll. They're describing him as an incredibly emotionally damaged criminal who has the power to bend out of shape and fit his whole body into small spaces. As he is enjoying his criminal activities, Team Flash will be challenged by the Ragdoll in shocking ways as his sick plan is revealed. That sounds creepy and cool. I like the idea of the character over in
He's going to get
comics.
Inside the elongated man.
Yeah. Over in the comics, he was a carnival contortionist with triple jointedness. And he would hide out in giant ragdolls and then rob stores and different establishments. Mm-hmm. Then later on, his son adopted the mantle and was in a Gail Simone Secret Six book. But yeah, I'm down. I'm cool with it. I like weird villains. I like the weird villains, and creepy and weird is even better.
Yeah, and
long ago, had they done Murmur better?
Yeah, Murmur could have been done better, but for a long time, like when they've brought up somebody that's like, why would you do that? For the most part, I've just gotten to trust, especially Flash. Mm-hmm. Except for Geomancer. We all know what a debacle that was.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he's a forgettable villain. I don't know why we forget him. Probably because he was so bad. Why we remember him.
He was
like, once again, I apologize, guys. My brain is real foggy. So it looks like they're going to be bringing in Caitlin's dad into The Flash, Dr. Thomas Snow. They're describing him as a Caucasian male in his 50s. Dr. Snow is an extremely intelligent geneticist who has been MIA for a few decades. As he returns to Central City, Dr. Snow will do his best to make up for lost time with his daughter Caitlin and his wife Carla. But what they don't know about Thomas is that he is keeping a big and mysterious secret.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see more of Caitlin's story, man.
I like more of
Caitlin's story. I want to know why she was like a...
It just feels like she was a baby Frost.
Yeah. I want to know why she was a baby Frost, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Sad news for me, man. They've replaced Brent Spiner on Supergirl. Like, Brent Spiner, who played Data on Next Generation.
That's sad news for us.
Yeah,
I did see
Brent
that
Spiner
one. That was saddening.
Data on Star Trek The Next Generation. He'd been cast as the vice president, but he had a family emergency, had to pull out. So they hired Bruce Boxleitner. Freaking Tron is replacing Data. So
I'm
done with that. I like him too.
I'm indifferent to the fact that it's a recast or him being there. I don't really have any real feelings about that. But man, I was excited about Brent Spiner. But
yeah,
family first.
Absolutely. I wonder if he ever finished his web series Fresh Hell. That was actually pretty good. Did you ever catch that one?
No, I did catch like an episode.
It was fantastic. Like, the premise was that he was Brent Spiner, but that there was some big unnamed debacle, something that he said that like ousted him from all of the Hollywood circles.
Right.
And he would have like people from Next Generation on, like LeVar Burton was on.
No, we watched some of that, I think.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a fun show. I think it ended on a cliffhanger. I'm not sure if it ever finished. Anyway, Supergirl has also recruited a guy you might know. He's from Almost Human. Anthony Konecki? You watched Almost Human.
The British version?
I thought you watched both.
No.
All right, well, he's going to be playing Agent Jensen, a DEO agent recruited by Alex who struggles to find his footing at the DEO.
Wait, Almost Human?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I was thinking about Being Human. All right, Almost Human. What was his name?
Oh, Anthony Konecki?
Anthony Konecki. Ah, him. From some role that I don't know, man. That was, he's pretty, I don't know. I got nothing on that. I did watch Almost Human. I got nothing. Yes, well, that's a face I probably saw.
I'm weirdly excited about this. Over on Legends of Tomorrow, the new co-showrunner, Keto Shimizu, shared a picture of the episode titles for the first half of the season. He claims temporary titles. Therein lies truth.
Mm-hmm.
The titles were The Virgin Gary, Witch Hunt, Dancing Queen, Wet Hot American Bummer, Tagumo Attacks, which, by the way, is on the actual script for that. Like, that's the actual title, so that's not a temporary title.
Mm-hmm.
Then there are 2 that are redacted, and the next one after that is Someone's Getting Fired for This.
All right. Well played. Well played.
And just a little bit more, man. Over on Lucifer, Graham McTavish has been cast on Lucifer. This is the cat who plays the Saint of Killers on AMC's Preacher.
Oh, I know who that one is.
And on Lucifer, he's going to be playing Father Kinley, a kind, deeply empathetic, and revered priest who is profoundly committed to guarding his flock. That includes doing whatever it takes to keep mankind safe from evil, which does not bode well for a certain devil living in Los Angeles. And they've also cast Inbar Lavie as the first woman, Eve. I don't know, man. 10 episodes? Sounds like they're making good choices.
The Graham McTavish in particular. Yep, that's good call. God, he's been good on Preacher.
A lot of people are excited about this. I haven't seen him. I don't know him. I don't know him from Adam. Wink.
Yeah, he's been good where I've seen him. I mean, I don't think I've actually seen him anywhere else, but on Preacher he's been fantastic.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That bodes well for Lucifer, for sure.
A guy at work was telling my manager about Preacher, just like rattling off plot. And he just stops him once. He's like, and then in the second season, he just stops him. He's like, is this a show you expect me to watch? Well, I mean, I'm just trying to tell you it's cool. Dude, stop talking.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, thank you. Like, I was trying so hard not to listen. It's like, I haven't seen this. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Oh, God. Like, Preacher just finished this week. Dear God, season 3 was fantastic.
Well, I'll get to it one day.
I mean, personal take. Season 1, amazing. Season 2, not quite that. Season 3, all right, we're back now. Damn.
Good.
Yeah.
I think that's all I got, man.
Gonna need
you got anything?
Gonna need you to dig into Preacher at some point, Betty. I need that from you.
Oh man, come on. Tell Marvel or somebody to cancel something. You know how far behind I am?
I know.
I haven't seen Jessica Jones season 2.
The Runaways has season 2 coming.
I haven't seen Luke Cage. I haven't seen Inhumans. I have no intention of watching Iron Fist season 2 for the foreseeable future. I haven't seen Ant-Man and the Wasp. I haven't seen Cloak and Dagger. I was excited about Cloak and Dagger. I haven't seen it.
I have seen that. It is actually pretty damn good.
No. So I just can't bring myself to do it. I look at it and I go, I can't do it.
I don't know how, but I've literally seen everything you just said.
I don't know.
And some of the stuff that haunts me is like, oh, God, I meant to use this summer to try to get around to like Stranger Things season 2 or something.
I did watch that.
I have not managed it.
Yeah. I eschewed all superheroes and just went for all the other genre shows I wanted to watch.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because I wasn't really excited about Jessica Jones, and I was kind of excited about Luke Cage, but not enough to watch it. And I can't watch it anyway until I see Jessica Jones. So,
I mean, it's a lot, too. I mean, those are like 48 to 54-minute episodes apiece.
Yeah. They're a lot.
They're beasts.
They're a lot to get through.
They are beasts.
So, I hear rumors, about how they might do a Colleen Wing and Misty Knight show, and how they might do a, insert whatever.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
I haven't even seen the trailer for Iron Fist 2. I am so disinterested in Iron Fist after season 1. Like, I don't even know what to do. Like, I don't even know how to how to conduct myself as a person. Like, people bring up Iron Fist, and I'm season 2. Oh, there's a trailer. I'm like, I don't even speak English. It's just
They've done this well, though. What got me interested in it was in season 2 of Luke Cage, he does show up, and it kind of got me interested in the character again.
Did they do a little Heroes for Hire?
There's a mention.
That's like the most pathetic response I've ever heard from you.
They didn't do like Heroes for Hire, but that's what you're wanting from Defenders. Like, there's a nod.
You know what I wanted from Defenders? Anything but what they gave us. I don't even. It was like, how did you manage to be more boring than almost everything? Just like that. It was better than Iron Fist. But I think Iron Fist was so bad that it's like they started Defenders out on the wrong foot by showing me Danny right up front. I went,
oh, that's where we're going.
and then my heart was sunk for the rest. I was just like, I don't know if I can do this. I
disappointing.
watched all 8
It really
episodes.
I mean, there were some.
I'm trying to.
There were some really cool scenes in there, but like, it seemed like they clearly had not found. They hadn't figured out how those characters are supposed to interact yet. That they weren't there yet. I don't know. It didn't work.
Yeah, and I've heard people say like, oh, you gotta treat Iron Fist season 2 because they have a new showrunner apparently. I don't know, and you gotta treat it like it's its own, like it's the first season. Like, oh, this is a different show. Maybe, but I can't look at the dude's face and feel good. Like, it's just
I'm nowhere near that.
Bored looking at him.
Like I'm nowhere near that. Like prejudiced against him. It's not.
It's not a prejudice. It's just a.
Well, it's
a negative association.
Yeah, but
I can't completely
a synonym for prejudice. It's
no, it's not.
You're prejudgment.
No, it's Pavlovian. That's what it is.
I get that. I get that. It's not active judgment. It's like a thing your brain can't help but do. But
yeah, no.
I get it. But I don't have I didn't. Iron Fist was not my favorite at all, but I didn't have that many feelings about it. So I don't know. When I've seen him recently and been a little more excited, I didn't feel like I was fighting it like to get uphill or anything. I just was like, oh, that's kind of fun. Okay. And then I have seen the Iron Fist 2 trailers and thought, well, okay, shit, let's try it.
All right. I mean, someone told me that I pretty much lost hope in watching Inhumans because someone told me it was worse than Iron Fist, and I went,
it's terrible. It's terrible. I mean, it was bad.
Oh, man. I don't know.
Like, I have no idea what they were thinking releasing that in IMAX. It didn't look that good. It wasn't that good enough a story. Like, I don't know what their plan was.
I think you should probably just cut off the part of the sentence where you said in IMAX.
And just, like, overdub the word theory over IMAX.
I don't know
what they were
how
thinking
they thought they should release that
in general.
Yeah, there you go. Right. That's it. Like, just looking at the trailers, I was like,
oh,
what is this? This looks worse than the last, 15 seasons of Power Rangers. This is awful looking.
It was bad. It really was. Like, there were parts of it that were salvageable, but oh dear God, no. It was overall just worthless.
Inhumans brought to you by 1997's Warner Brothers creative team.
Yeah.
Oh God.
With $40 million worth of budget that they didn't have at the time. Also, did we mention the cocaine?
But we have a giant dog with a tuning fork coming out of his head. Oh, okay.
Yeah, there was so much more Marvel could have been doing at the time. And they were. Like, The Gifted, I enjoyed the shit out of The Gifted.
Yeah?
Yeah, Cloak and Dagger, fantastic. Runaways, no good.
I liked Runaways, okay.
Hated it.
It's so weird. It's so weird to me that you hated that. I mean, it wasn't I don't know. It wasn't on par with a lot of the Netflix stuff, or Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or really anything else, but I did think it was better. I did think it was better than Iron Fist, for sure.
I don't know. Here's the one scene I remember really hating. Was one of the last moments. And the big climax with the kids and the parents That was freaking weird. Stupid.
Yes, it was.
That was awkward. And like maybe we should have done this differently kind of way. Like maybe they edited it in a way that was the best they could do kind of thing. I don't know. It didn't hit. I'm sure about that. But the thing that really messed me up about Runaways is like one of the last scenes, or if not the last scene, is, well, let's all actually run away through the streets of a busy city in the middle of the day with a freaking velociraptor at our tail.
Yeah.
Like, no one's going to notice that shit.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know what to tell you, man. That was dumb. That whole last episode was dumb.
It was one of those where, like, I got I'd been annoyed before, and then that was the, like, oh, god damn it kind of moment, you know?
Mm-hmm. It was weird.
There are those.
Anyway. I'll get to all things eventually. I got some Better Call Saul to get through before I get back to Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I had a lengthy conversation with Ray, Flightcast, and over on Twitter, and, you know, I think we can all agree that the Marvel TV shows aren't connected so much that I have to watch them to enjoy the movies at this point. So,
Yeah.
I don't feel necessarily compelled to go watch those right now. And, you know, just my luck, I'll get to Avengers 4 and there's Jessica Jones and Daredevil, all those cats, and I'll be like, oh, you bastards.
I really do hope, but no.
Nah.
I don't expect.
Like, I don't see a reason they couldn't do, like, a Daredevil Spider-Man team up and just sort of, like, briefly, like, oh, cool, I was bitten by a radioactive spider. What's your deal? Radioactive isotopes and I'm blind. Oh!
Cool,
let's go fight Kingpin. Awesome. You know?
Yeah.
But then, like, you also have, like, a rich tapestry of story for Daredevil if you want to, like, pop over to Netflix.
Yeah.
They could do that kind of thing. I think it'd be fun to see Luke Cage audition to be an Avenger for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe even be an Avenger. Like, that would be awesome. I don't think it would take away from his show.
I mean, no.
It might make his price tag go up.
It would do that. Honestly, I think a lot of what's holding it back is contracts.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it'd be fun to see like Luke Cage audition. Like, hey, what do you got? Oh, dude, I'm impenetrable. Bullets fly off me. I just spend a lot of money on Carhartt pullovers. That's really the worst thing. That's why I need this job at this point, is to justify my clothing.
But not as much as I spend on new beds.
New beds are a problem. New beds are a real problem for me. Anyway, I do kind of need some side income. Are you looking for an Avenger? Well, we're fighting Thanos right now. How hard does he hit? Feels like a planet hitting you in the side of the cheek. Oh, no. Yeah, shotgun will take me out for a couple days. I think I'm going to pass. Appreciate it, guys. I mean, I'm impenetrable, but concussions are still kind of a bitch for me, so I'm going to pass.
It was not a normal shotgun, was it? Wasn't it one of those special, like, military-grade missiles?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, so...
Yeah.
I don't know. He's got at least as good of a chance as Hawkeye.
He could at least work from a distance. Who knows?
Yeah. I mean, most of the Chitauri would be, like, taken down pretty quickly.
I kind of want to see Thanos taken out by, like, the power gem on the end of an arrow, and just Hawkeye goes, no, I got this.
That's a good point. I could deal with that.
Just done.
All right. We're not even talking about DC anymore. We're talking about Marvel pretty
hard. Pretty hard.
Pretty ardently. All right, guys. We're gonna take off for the week, I think. I don't know. If you thought we missed something important and you want us to talk about it, let us know.
As always.
Come hang out with us in the Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/DC On Screen Podcast. You don't get to just talk to us. You get to talk to other people. Even though a lot of people don't want to do that. It's weird. But come talk to the people who listen, just like you.
It's okay. It's not illegal anymore. You can talk to people now.
It should be. You are only allowed 44 ounces
of
conversation with other listeners.
Oh.
That's right.
God.
Yeah.
All right. Luckily, that's still hard to actually like calculate, so you'll be fine. You find the right inspector. What would you refer to it as? Find the right inspector. That's the major thing.
Can we refer to it as a hashtag bar?
The hashtag bar.
Voicemail 205-259-6331 to leave us a voicemail, and of course dconscreen@gmail.com to leave us a email, one of those electronic mails you hear about these days. in this shiny modern era.
Yeah, they're still out there.
And we're on Twitter at DC On Screen, Instagram at DC On Screen. We're around, dude. We're all over the place. So, yeah, I'm going to try to get my throat better.
Mm-hmm.
And,
get your throat did.
I'm going to get my throat did.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds so dirty, though.
It does.
It's like you said that like you're a 12-year-old kid. It does.
Yeah. I mostly wanted to hear you say it, and then it was worth it.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Keep some DC on your screen.
Bye.
Our opening narration was from Dan Jurgens' The History of the DC Universe, Part 3 of 10, as featured in DC 52, Week 4. It was performed by me, David C. Robertson. Intro music by Jason Goss and Michael Shackelford. Michael's band, Future Elevators, could be found on Spotify or future-elevators.com. Our introduction was performed by Effie Ophelders of the fantastic podcast Stealing the Remote, which lives on SoundCloud. It can also be found on iTunes and Stitcher. We are proudly in partnership with TV Time, TV show calendar and social media site that lets you keep track of what you're watching, what your friends are watching, and where you all left off. DC On Screen is a maladjusted production. Visit maladjusted.tv for more from me and Jason, including sketch comedy, an improvised web series, vlogs, parodies, and more.